Hey, everybody. Geez, sorry for that, guys. We ran into yet again,
I'm
The mandatory Mass Effect Aftermath technical difficulties.
I'm not sorry. Yeah,
This wasn't our
This,
fault.
yeah, this time it wasn't actually anything that we did.
I
On
do
time.
take solace in that. That's for sure.
um, well, as I'm sure people can see here, we're short an Eloreya.
No,
She is out of town on vacation
little
elsewhere.
little vacation having.
And so we'll have to just carry on without her for now. Though we do miss her and are excited to have her back for the next session.
Mrs.
Um,
Girl.
well, last time, amidst all the troubleshooting we were doing and all this, we had a bit of a vehicle battle on our hands. You all had taken your leave of Lausanne, deciding to return to Port Folstone to inform both Delzino that his cargo would not be reaching its destination, and the magistrate that Lausanne has been attacked, destroyed, and many of its people taken by presumably the Red Corsair captain Malcolm Grawl, um, a Krogan, who, based on the evidence you found, is a bit bloodthirsty. Um, as are some of his captains, presumably, as you'd found some information about a one captain in particular, Victor Sabian, who'd been taken prisoner, and it seems as though his breakout was the catalyst for the attack on the town. Um, so, making your way back to Port Falstone, you spotted a patrol group of some kind, two ground vehicles, Humvee like, and accompanied by a gunship, sort of almost like like a Black Hawk helicopter, almost minus propellers. This is a vehicle that uses thrusters, very to kind of to be able to be very maneuverable. It can kind of dodge and weave and fly around. It's rated for in and out of atmosphere flight and combat, though it is generally intended to be used more in ground to air rather than in spacebound operations. Um, and the gunship itself made short work of the cargo truck
Mm-hmm.
that you had been driving. Torque being thrown from the roof, and Alpha and Omega being thrown from through the once the now shattered windshield, and being tossed about in the snow, managing to take just cover just quickly enough to get behind the wreckage of the crash truck and stay out of the open line of fire of the gunship as it used its high maneuverability, to just bank around and start opening fire on the Mako. And we pick things up with the Mako. McGowan, with some expert driving on your part, you were able to actually um, flip one of the other cars, one of the jeeps. The gunner killed by Ray, and the passenger and the driver still inside, their fates unknown. And the gunship is bearing down on the Mako. Torque, you are kind of getting to your feet out in the snow, having just been thrown from the top of the truck, and you are getting your bearings about you. Uh, and we start off, Torque, with your turn, actually.
Mm. Okay. So what I want to do Well, the first thing that Torque is gonna do is get onto his Omni tool onto the radio and say,
We might have to get the hell out of here.
and then he is going to. Oh yeah, this was my plan. It is a stupid plan because it's basically the only thing that I can do. Let me make sure the range on the spell that I'm thinking of here.
What are you doing?
Each one of the these aren't octagons. What are they called? Septagons?
Hexagons.
Wow, how did I forget that?
Sept would be
Septagon.
7.
Wow. Let's play a Septagon based
Oh,
RPG
that would be
tabletop.
so weird. It would just be like all off kilter. Like everything would be just slightly off. It'd be so weird. Anyways,
I can't remember for some reason. Are they 2 or 5?
Yes.
what's that, Torque?
Are they 2 or 5?
They're 2 meters or 5 feet.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is use charge to get up to this vehicle. Because
Okay.
my idea is that if I stay on its tail, then it can't run me over.
It does. Vehicles do have reverse.
Well, then it's side.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, how far does your charge take you?
It has a range of 24 meters.
Okay, so which side do you want to aim for? The side you're kind of on there, or do you want to go on the opposite side?
I'm assuming that it's turning right because that's what it had been doing.
Yeah, that's the direction you push it in, so it's still driving that way. It hasn't course corrected or anything yet.
Well, yeah. Tell me this: what are the directions of its front right wheels, or its front wheels?
Its front wheels, I would say they're straight, so it's still heading like in that direction. Because remember, you only knocked it diagonal by hitting it with a charge previously, and it's only had one turn to move since then. So it's still, I would say it's going straight.
Oh man, I guess this is something that we didn't really talk about in terms of vehicle mechanics yet. In terms of turn-based vehicle mechanics, because it's technically within my move range, but that implies that I am able to run after and catch up to a moving vehicle.
I mean, with charge, you're moving at like basically the speed of sound. So,
Yeah.
like, there's pretty much a sonic boom when you do a charge. So,
Well, I guess I'm debating on running up to it and using my hammer on it, or using charge. But then it made me think that, like, can I run up to and catch a moving?
I don't think
Because,
I don't
like,
think your movement's probably only what like 10 meters or something.
yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8. You'd be able to get right behind it.
I'm just imagining like a gunship overhead and Torque is like running.
Well,
after,
you also
like, a
you
truck.
also have to take it. You also have to remember that you're still prone.
No, I got up.
Oh, that's right. You got up at the end in our last turn,
Yeah.
so you do have your full movement this turn.
It makes. We won't. I'll just settle it this way. I'm gonna use charge.
All right, go for it.
I mean,
So,
it
back. Which side? This side, top side here, back side,
the first one
over
there.
here. Okay.
But assuming that it's gonna turn right, I don't want to get under that wheel, so I'm just gonna aim for its back right wheel.
Okay, so that's only gonna. So yeah, you're 24-meter charge. You're fine. That's only about 10 or 12 meters. So
Okay. And then the target must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so I'm gonna do dexterity saving throw of the driver. Let me see here. We'll work this like it's a ram, like you're trying to ram it with another vehicle a little bit.
Well,
So
I guess
we
if I could be specific, I would say that I'm trying to damage that back right wheel.
okay.
We did specify that.
Yeah, we've been play testing some vehicle combat stuff, and it takes a while, so we haven't had a chance to go through everything yet. But
It's tough. There's a lot of nuance.
so we're gonna treat this like you're trying to ram the vehicle, as far as like how you're gonna hit it. So
That sounds like some Krogan shit. So
let's see.
Oh yeah.
Rather than having a dexterity saving throw, we're gonna say, um, this is gonna be a contested roll using the vehicle handling of the driver. So like, well, no, so this will be a contested check. So this is gonna be, um, well, let's just say this is a dexterity saving throw. I think, given the fact that this is an infantry, we're not factoring in vehicle handling on your end because the way we discussed ramming working is it's the vehicle handling of the ramming vehicle, or sorry, the driver of the ramming vehicle against the armor class of the vehicle itself that's being struck. And so since this doesn't work quite the same way, we'll just do a dexterity saving throw, and I'm gonna use the dexterity of the
driver.
Yeah, the dexterity of the driver. So let me look that up real quackly.
Right, quackly.
Which guy were you? There we go. Okay. That's gonna be a 19.
Damn.
So he rolled real well. So he kind of sees you coming up in the rear view mirror, and he manages to just gas it just enough whereas you swing your hammer, he's like just inches out past where you're trying to impact with the charge. So it's not quite, but it was good idea though. Okay. Next up is the T3, the T13 number 2, which I believe is the one that is flipped. Let me check here. Yes, it is the one that is flipped. So coming down here, the two gentlemen in the vehicle are both going to make strength checks to try and get out of the mangled, smashed vehicle. The first one, the driver, is going to be a 12, so that's a failure. I'm setting the DC at 14 for this. Transparent. For the sake of transparency. That's an 11. They're both still stuck inside the cab, so they can't go anywhere. The the gunner is dead on the ground over there. This gentleman here. So that means we're on to the Mantis, and then it's Alpha and Omega. So it's the gunship's turn. The gunship is gonna just keep firing at the Mako. It's kind of tracking it, so it's just kind of it's in a hovering position right now. Its thrusters just projecting onto the ground, melting the snow. You can see grass starting to peek through where the thrusters are melting it away. The heat just it's like watching a time lapse. It's melting so quickly. He is going to take a shot with the M350 mass accelerator autocannons. And let's see, I got to use the dexterity of the pilot. That is going to be, let's see. That is going to be 21. So that will hit the Mako, I take it, right?
Can I use my jump jets as a reaction to try to?
Yeah, let me pull up the rules for those because I haven't got them all committed to memory yet.
Yeah, I mean neither do I. So
Yeah, make sure you guys to have those vehicle rules, those homebrew rules pulled up for this. Where is it? Custom vehicle stat blocks. I need to also get in the habit of pulling this thing up. Okay, so Fearless Mako. I've got it here. Jump jets.
that's an action. There's
The reaction is the slow descent, which you use just to like basically decrease falling damage if you jump off a big mountain or something.
uh, so no, I can't.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, just
Yeah.
roll your damage and me and Eloreya.
Okay, 2d6 times 10 piercing damage. That's going to be 60 points.
60 points of damage. Ooh, boy.
Just these magnetic autocannons just peppering the side of the Mako. Are your shields still up?
That is a really good question. I thought I had that sheet pulled out, but I got distracted by.
You can make notes on the stat block if that's easier. There's a reason why you guys all have editor's permission.
Yes. I didn't do that last time. I don't think our shields are up anymore.
Your shields aren't actually. I can't remember how much damage you took on top of that. But yeah, your shields definitely are down. I remember that happening last time.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think we took much damage on top of it.
No, I don't think so, but
because I mean, I was still pretty confident in it. I wasn't like, oh, I got to go to like Mako preservation mode.
right.
It was like, oh, balls. Where did I put that?
Okay, well, while you're working on that, we'll go on to Alpha and Omega, since the gunship isn't going to do anything else.
Can you use
And you took 60 points of damage as well, so I believe that's a mishap.
Oh, I do. Yeah, that is a mishap.
Because it's 50 points of damage. 50 points of damage for the Mako in a round.
Yeah.
So please go ahead and roll from the new fancy schmancy mishap chart.
Great.
Okay. I got it. So we still had 29 points of shield.
Oh, okay, great. So you won't actually take a mishap then, because the shields will absorb enough to negate it.
I think we were.
We might have been thinking of our trial run.
Test.
Yes.
Yeah, because that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So for just just so the audience is aware, because we didn't really like a lot of the rules as written for the Mass Effect 5e vehicle combat stuff, there was a lot of missing components. We felt like it is still a work in progress, so hopefully in time things like this are added. But we borrowed heavily from the Descent into Avernus vehicle combat rules to add to this. So if you have played that expansion or used any of the mechanics for it, some of this vehicle combat stuff might be sort of familiar. But that's where we got it from. And if anybody wants to play like a demonic Mad Max themed campaign, it has all of that stuff in it. It's pretty cool. But so yeah, with the mishaps, the way those work is each vehicle has a different threshold. If the vehicle takes enough damage to its hull, not the shields, just the hull, that ties or exceeds that mishap threshold, we have a series of charts that we've come up with based on those Descent into Avernus rules that will inform us what happens to the vehicle on a mishap. There's a chance that nothing happens, but it's a pretty small one. and just kind of adds some interesting stuff to the combat that we thought it could benefit from. But with that being said, um, so you got the damage, Alpha and Omega. It's your turn. So you guys are over here behind the wreckage of the cargo truck.
You may be muted.
All right. So, Alpha and Omega are going to scoot forward from around the wreckage, move up. We'll say 3 squares apiece.
Like north weird, like up.
Nope. Like, basically, I have a couple spells. I just need to be 130 feet away from the far left vehicle that's attacking the Mako.
This guy.
No, the far left.
Oh yeah, the gunship. The gunship.
Yep. And so from where they're at right now, they're like 5 feet, 10 feet short. So they would just scoot forward.
Oh sure. So just toot 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 toot.
Yeah. And then Alpha is going to go through, and he's going to cast Overload.
Okay.
Nice. I don't know if it's the vehicle or if it's the pilot. Like,
it's the vehicle. So the way the vehicle works, it's like it's shields, hull, and then whoever's inside.
Okay, so Overload hits up to 3 targets within 20 feet.
Okay, so I would say it's a dexterity save, right? To try and avoid it.
Correct.
So I would say that if it hits the 2 guys inside as well.
Okay.
For something like that, because it's the chain, right? We're talking about how the overload
like
chains.
Chain lightning.
Yeah. So I think because they're inside, it would hit them if the shields are down. I would say because the shields take all the damage first. So if the shields are up, it'll just be the shields, because that would just soak it all up. And if there were people outside or something, then it would hit them. But since the guys inside are within that shield barrier, they're safe for now from something like that.
No, that totally makes sense.
Okay, great.
So
just want to go for it.
I'm going to have Omega is going to fire first. He's going to fire and incinerate first.
Okay, and incinerate. So that's an armor class attack, correct?
Correct.
So you've got to beat. You've got to get a 22 or better.
How about a nat 20?
Nat 20 plus your modifier, probably.
Plus my modifier is 27.
So yeah, do you have a card?
No, I think I used it.
Okay, let me let me get a picture here. God, I really wish that the people who were at my grandma's house on my day off of work wouldn't text me on my off days about stuff that that I communicated to them. That's fun. Anyways, let me get you this thing. Okay, so that's a hit with the incinerate.
Apologize, my cat messed up my can.
So go ahead and roll your damage.
So it's 20 plus 10, so that'd be 30.
Why can't I find you in Discord? What the heck? $27 points, you say?
30.
30 points.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, getting the crit helps because that gets me a 20.
Shields are still up, but you can see that where you can kind of see in places where they're sort of shimmering and kind of flickering through around the contours of the shield. So the shield, like the Mass Effect shields, aren't like a big bubble; they are like kind of almost form fitting. So the shields are still up on the Mantis, but they definitely took a big hit just now.
Sure. And then Alpha's going. Excuse me. Alpha's going to go through and is going to cast Overload still. So the dex save is to take half damage. So I still roll to hit. I still have an AC roll, but then they get a dex roll to get half damage.
Okay, so armor class and then
18, 25.
25. That will hit.
And this is only 3d6. 3, 8, 9. 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. The shields are still up, but they are visibly flickering and visibly, I wouldn't say like at the point of failure, but you can tell one or two more good hits and they're toast.
And then Alpha and Omega will use the rest of their movement to scoot back behind cover of the vehicle again.
Okay, easy enough. Okay.
That's it.
All right, and now it is the crew of the T-13 that is still operational that you just tried to hit, Tork. They, and then after that it's McGowan and Ray. So the T-13 driver. Oh, of course I don't have this stat block here. Where is it? Okay. G13. He is going to. Well, they're going to start by. Let's see. Guy in the passenger side over here. He's going to lean out the window and try and shoot you with his submachine gun Torque. So he is going to make single attack. That's a 15.
Fail.
Yep, he leans out and is just spray of bullets. They go wide. You're totally fine. Driver is going to drive. 2, 4, 6, 8. Actually, 6, 4, 2. So he was here. He's going to. I gotta check a vehicle thing because I think he's gonna try something.
Am I about to get a taste of my own medicine? Is that what he's going to try?
Possibly. Let's see. Okay, so he's not going to do those. What he is going to do, he's going to try and ram you.
Okay.
So he's going to turn a little bit as he's going here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 there. He's going to try and wedge his front corner in that gap, that wider gap between your two wheels to try and make your car roll. Or at least like...
Okay.
Yeah, well, roll is the best case scenario, but he's really just trying to like screw up your trajectory here. So, contested. Let's see. This is a maneuver, so this is a contested vehicle handling check using the dexterity modifier of the driver if you don't have a vehicle handling skill. So McGowan, it's a vehicle handling check for you. For this guy, it is plus his dexterity.
Doesn't matter. I got a natural 1.
He got a 15. So, because of what we had established...
No, we need the
dude,
to live.
He's 1 point away from... So the way we decided flipping works, because it would be really difficult to flip a vehicle, is that either the person attempting to flip rolls a natural 20 or beats the roll by 15. He beat you only by 14. He's 1 point away.
Can I? It would be more. It would be less if I actually added my stuff.
Yeah, always add your modifiers. Just because it's a natural one doesn't mean you shouldn't add your modifier.
Okay, so
Always add your modifier.
That would be a 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got what? Yeah, 7 total. So yeah, it's fine. What I will say though, because there was a natural one in there, the vehicle is gonna roll, but you'll get back on to your wheels. You won't stay flipped, just because you got that natural one.
So then, does that count as like being prone, or
No, you'll flip back onto your wheels, so you're gonna take damage. Is what's gonna happen here.
Cool.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's a cool.
Yeah. So it's gonna work like the flip. So if creatures inside the vehicle fall prone and must succeed on a DC 15 con saving throw. I assume in this case you're buckled in with a vehicle like this. So there's probably straps, so you're not going to go prone. But you need to make a Constitution saving throw. You and Ray, actually. Well, no, it's the same because he's not. She's not. She's in a closed canopy, so it's the same thing. So I need 2 DC 15 Constitution saving throws from both of you.
Okay, so McGowan did not.
Okay, so that means vehicle's gonna roll, so it'll probably be like all the way over here.
And then Ray. Constitution plus 2 for Ray is what? Oh my! I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Bruh!
Is the short answer. You guys can't hear me, can you?
No, we can.
We hear you.
Okay. Cool.
So you both will take just 7 points of damage. I kind of rolled low. But as you're driving there, you all of a sudden, McGowan, you feel the Mako jerk as another vehicle impacts. And well, it's not an impact. It wedged itself in there and caused those right side tires to come off the ground, which completely threw the Mako off balance and causes it to roll. But it does a single roll, throwing you and Ray around inside your separated sort of seating arrangements, and you get banged around. Feel your head crack against the ceiling, despite your harness, which keeps you completely coming out of the seat. And the Mako does stop back on its wheels, but you've got a throbbing headache now from the impact, and you're a bit disoriented from the roll.
And you said we both take 7 points?
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
That's the end of their turn. And it is then going to be it's your turn, McGowan, and then it's Ray. So you can, since you're rolling for both, you could kind of go at the same time if you wanted.
Yeah, let me finish marking down my hit points and stuff. Okay, so Ray is not going to do a whole lot this turn. Ray is going to charge the MAC gun, the mass accelerated gun.
Okay.
And that's going to be an action to do that.
Correct.
And what's McGowan got? Do I have any cool options?
Take a look at the maneuver actions in the not in the homebrew, in the vehicle stuff in the handbook.
Yeah, I gotta find that.
And just for the record, if you guys, so one thing that helps one of the benefits of having the vehicle stuff open is that there are universal actions that can be taken by anyone who's in a vehicle.
And that's under rules, right?
Yes, vehicle
Yeah.
rules.
Yeah. I have too many windows open. It's hard to keep track of.
Tell me about it.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
I have Discord. I have a Google page with 3 tabs, a Google page with 5 tabs, and 2 Arkenforge tabs, and Spotify all running. So I know how that goes. And I have my notebook.
Okay. I'm going to take the hard maneuver
Okay.
action. I make a DC 20 dexterity vehicle handling check. On a success, the AC increases by an amount equal to twice its speed until the start of my next turn.
So the way we're going to do that is use the speed number that's in the actual handbook, not the speed number that we have for ours, because then you'd have like an armor class of like 48. and nothing can get by that. So use the speed that's given for the Mako in the handbook for that number.
Yeah, I figured you were going to have a ruling on that because
Yeah, just
so it would still be a DC increase of 4, so it would bring it to a DC
Yeah.
of 20. So
still very good.
all right, need to roll a 13 or higher, which we'll see how that goes. 13, perfect.
Nice.
So plus my no, I missed it by 1. I did my math wrong.
Creatures.
Yeah, no, I missed it by 1. I only have a 19. So
Bummer.
No dice.
Well, that was your action. You've got your movement still.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Oh, I never shot at
Try
you
to-
with a gun, but that's okay.
I'm going to loop around alongside that T3.
Oh, you're gonna try and like kind of get between the T13 and the gunship.
Yeah, I feel like the Mako probably doesn't have a great turn.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. What, you've got 24 meters?
26.
12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. So
Yeah.
that'll put you like there-ish.
Oh, please
Yeah.
swoop me up. Get me out of here.
As a bonus action, can I open a door?
Yeah, I'll say it's fine. You can just smash a button on the console.
Yeah, and
What
I assume the
door?
doors are sort of on the.
Oh, there are side doors. They're like DeLorean style, like kind of bird wing doors on the sides of the Mako.
Honestly, at this point, I'd probably just mash both of them.
They're probably actually like they're probably like reverse DeLorean. They're probably on the bottom and they drop down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Either way,
that's bad then.
just open.
If
Well,
'cause then they would drag.
Eh.
it's snow. It's fine.
Yeah, they're not. It's not good, like. It's not bigger than the Mako tire. Like a Mako tire is the size of like a dump truck tire. It's huge.
Yeah.
So you're okay. I'm going to rule that it's fine.
Okay.
I like that. I can get behind that ruling.
Okay. Anything else? You did your action movement. You got your bonus action.
I would if I had good bonus actions, but I don't.
Fair enough.
My
Okay.
bonus actions all involve shooting guns. So
And Ray's charging up the Mac gun, so we're back to the top of the initiative order. Tork!
Ah. So. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
that's not right.
So this is kind of dumb, but I am going to charge the Mako. because my charge range is much longer than my movement speed.
Fair enough.
So if I can get in on that left side door, or the Mako's right side door.
Let's
so you
see.
want to shoot the gap.
Yeah, I guess.
8, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22.
Thread the needle.
I will say for this, make a... You should make the dexterity check for this. Because if you... And it will work the same way. So if you roll higher... If you roll higher than the number you need to beat, you'll hit the Mako. But if you roll lower, you're fine.
Okay.
Roll lower, you'll hit the Mako.
I'm under the tire. I'll be fine. This is fine.
Because you're aiming at the Mako, but you don't actually want to hit it. So you're trying to miss here.
He's trying to hit the door though. He's like you're trying to go into the Mako.
Right, but charge is not that precise. Charge is you pick a target and that's where you go.
It's kind of like throwing a baseball. You're just throwing a Korgan. Or
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't. It's not something that can be like super fine tuned. You're like, you can aim for the left side of the Mako, basically, or the right side of the Mako. Your left.
A Korgan. It's got the physique of a Krogan, but the appearance of a Corgi.
Or say, or it has the personality of Billy Corgan, the lead singer of the Smashing Pumpkins.
All three.
The world is a dog treat that I never get to eat.
And then I'm going to buy the National Wrestling Alliance and run a wrestling promotion. It's a whole thing.
Oh, let me roll. Okay, I'm rolling.
No one's been stopping you.
Okay. I gotta...
Wait. Hold on. Okay, now somebody stop me. Go ahead.
God damn it. Okay, I gotta beat a 13. Can I add any modifiers to this? I'm not doing a...
Well, you're making your regular attack roll. So that, again, you don't want to hit here. You want to miss. Because if you hit, you'll hit the Mako.
And we don't want that.
And you don't want that.
But it can do only a maximum of 10 damage. I don't really care.
I mean, well, again, it's still like, if you think about it, the way that like the power mechanically works, you're still aiming at something. So if you want to hit that thing, you need to roll higher than the threshold. If you don't want to hit that thing, you need to roll lower. So if you don't care about... So either way, you can close the gap. Like, the distance isn't an issue. It's what happens when you get there that we're trying to figure out.
Just do it.
Yeah, I guess I'll just roll, but I don't really care about doing 10 damage to the...
I'm just letting you know.
I rolled a 10 anyway, so...
So yeah, you're basically right where you want to be. You thread that gap between the two vehicles, and you can almost like feel the presence of the Mako on your right side as you pass that front like few feet of it there, and come to a stop, kind of in that moment as those two vehicles are about to like pass each other.
And then I'm gonna use my movement to get in the Mako.
Sure, I'll allow that. You just jump inside. Go ahead and make, actually for this, go ahead, since the vehicle's moving, go ahead and make a... I'll let this be an acrobatics or athletics. Acrobatics if you want to try and like jump in. Athletics if you're just going to like stick an arm out and try and hold on.
That's exactly what I imagined, is that he was going to charge and basically be like... Aah!
All right, so go ahead and make an athletics check. It'll be a fairly low DC since you're kind of in position already.
Fuck.
What'd you get?
10 total. I rolled a 4.
10 total. I'll say that's enough. It's a big. It's big.
Otherwise, it would have been like, so I get run over
Yes.
by the back wheels.
But what we're gonna say is because it was so low, you're not actually inside. You're like hanging on as it's driving. So that's where we find the middle ground. There
Oh,
is
that's awesome.
you're holding on, but your like feet are being dragged, and you're like trying not to get your legs crushed by that tire on the Mako. There, it's like, oh fuck.
So essentially, my turn was that Tork is like out in the middle of the field, like looking at all this vehicle combat, and he's like,
Oh god, this is gonna be stupid. And then he charges up his charge and throws himself at the Mako, and now he's just like.
Okay, with that being done, it is time for the guys in the crashed vehicle to try and get out again. So athletics check DC 14 to extract themselves. Wow, that's a 10, and that's an 11. So they're both still stuck. The canopy of this vehicle has been crushed pretty badly in the crash, and so they're basically like their legs are kind of tangled up inside the wreckage, and they're just really really stuck in there, unable to free themselves. It is the Mantis's turn. So the Mantis going to start his turn off as Tork, you're charging and trying to grab onto the Mako. McGowan, as you're whipping around, Alpha, you're kind of back there in cover, getting ready for your next move. There after a solid few hits. You hear a voice blaring out from the gunship. I'll give you one chance to surrender. Lay down your arms, stop trying to run, and we'll let you walk back.
Sounds reasonable.
We
I
totally
don't know, it doesn't seem like our style. Oh, that's not how it would sound if I was hanging off the side of a Mako.
What he's going to do then, or as he's kind of doing this to sort of prove his point, he's actually going to like sort of shift over here to come between Mako and Alpha and Omega, and he's just going to hover there. So you guys can respond. McGowan, there's like a loudspeaker in the Mako that you can use. He just that's the response.
No, he just doesn't respond.
Okay, well actually here's how we're gonna do this. He's gonna hold his action, and wait for a response. If he doesn't get a response within a time frame that suits him, he's gonna take his shots. So he's holding his action. He's hovering there, seeing what you guys are gonna do. And I'd say like you guys could clearly see him in the canopy. You can see this Batarian in this narrow glass, almost like fighter jet. Again, very black, like Black Hawk helicopter, Apache helicopter, kind of look to it. And you can see behind him there's another guy, kind of a slightly elevated seating position, the co-pilot, and the vehicle's just hovering there. But you can see the weapons are spinning up, and knowing how maneuverable this thing is, it's not going to take long for it to kick back into gear when it wants to. That's going to be the end of their turn. That means we go on to Alpha and Omega, and then it's the still operational T-13, and then McGowan and Ray again.
Well, first off,
thank you for procuring yourself closer to my vicinity.
Yep. Well,
he's going to spool up the program target painting.
Ooh.
So basically, it's a 30-foot range, which he just moved within 30 feet.
Yes, he did.
And It's a 25-foot cube, so basically it's going to cover the thing. And as long as I maintain that and long as he stays within range, our entire party has advantage on attack rolls to hit it.
So does he have like a laser dot kind of thing on him then?
Yep, it's like laser point or laser painting.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna
So
look
it's
for
a
a...
concentrated spell up to 1 minute, but everybody attacking it now has advantage.
Okay.
Now that having been said, Omega's going to go through and it's gonna puke out another fireball.
Okay, I'm going to get you a little...
Why do I feel like this thing has a bajillion hit points?
Because it does.
There. Got a little target painted on it there.
Alright, so that is a 26 to hit.
26 to hit.
Yep.
That will hit. Let's do this. That's a little bit better.
8, 10, 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. Okay, 18 more points. You see 11 of those points rip through the shields and they shatter. The remaining 7 points are negated by its minimum damage threshold that we talked about vehicles having. Where, let's see, the hull damage threshold. So it'll take down the shields, but because it's only 7 points of damage to the hull, it's not enough to actually damage it. But the shields are gone.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, every vehicle has a hull damage threshold, so there's a minimum damage requirement in order for a vehicle to take any damage. For the Mako, I think we decided that it was like 10 or 15?
Yeah, it's 10 points.
10. Yeah.
10 points. So you have to take at least 10 points of damage for any damage to actually be dealt to the hull. That damage still goes to the shields. Shields don't have that threshold does not apply to shields, but it does apply to the hull.
Yeah, basically relating to the thickness of vehicle armor versus infantry
Yep.
armor.
It's like Tom Hanks trying to shoot the tank at the end of Saving Private Ryan.
We're not that debilitated though.
No, but that's like a very clear example where it's like he's trying to shoot a tank with a pistol. Like that's not going to do shit.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So shields are down. Hull is still intact. That I am going to count as a trigger for his attack action, and I'm going to roll. Well, he can't move or anything, so he's just going to shoot forward.
Oh no, I'm very scared for Tork right now.
That's true. Well, I'd say Tork, you're actually like,
Yeah,
just to keep this particular situation simple, we're going to say that you're like the other vehicle is blocking you. He can still shoot like the top of the Mako, but you are okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So he's going to make his shot. Let's see. I want to make sure I've got the correct number of attacks here. I think it's just one. Yeah, for this weapon, it's just one. This is a very powerful gun. So that's going to be a 13. So I don't think that hits the Mako, right?
Ha! What an idiot.
McGowan?
This.
I believe Mako was 15.
He said miss.
16, I think. I think it's 16 for the Mako, if
Yeah.
I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. Yeah, so he misses. I think what keeps happening, McGowan, is you respond, and someone is always talking over you, so it sounds like we don't hear you, but we do actually hear you. So yeah, the autocannon rounds, he's trying to lead his shot. So rather than actually striking the Mako, he overcompensates and leads a little bit too much, and so the rounds all just spray into the ground, which is also kind of where his thrusters have melted away a lot. So rather than it kicking up a bunch of snow, it actually kicks up like clumps of dirt and rock and mud and stuff just go flying, kind of spattering the front of the Mako, ineffectually. That's gonna be that's the end of that. Alpha and Omega, is there anything else for you guys? That was just his held action.
Nope, at this point in time, because I can't move without losing line of sight for my spells, so we are done.
Okay. Then it is the vehicle here. This, let's see. Tork, please go ahead and make...
Oh, Lord.
Let's see here. No, you know what? These guys are going to try and do a drive-by. So as they drive by, the guy at the passenger side is going to shoot his SMG at you, Tork.
He would.
That's a natural 1, so his gun overheats. So he'll have to spend his action next turn reloading it.
And he drops it because he's hanging out the window? Or?
He doesn't drop it, but he can't. His action has to, if he wants to fire his gun, his action has to be spent reloading next turn.
These guys suck at drive-bys, bro.
Can confirm.
So then the gunner is just going to take a shot at the Mako. He's just going to spray the side. Here, Tork, I would actually like you... Well, if he hits, I would like you to make a dexterity save to see if you're also hit in the crossfire. That's going to be a hit. That's a dirty 20.
Yeah,
so please make a dexterity saving throw, Tork, and then the Mako is going to take... just 20 points of damage for the Mako.
Well,
What you got, Turk?
16 total for my saving throw.
16 is what you needed.
Woof!
So you're able to kind of pull yourself up inside the steps, inside the Mako to get out of the way of the gunfire. The bullets pinging off the ramp that you just rolled up inside the Mako. So now we'll say, because you dodged, you're inside the Mako completely. Like, the door is still open and you can still see out of it, but your feet are on the ground, are on the floor of the Mako.
Sick.
And then this guy's just going to keep doing his driving thing. So 2, 4, 6. Oh, excuse me. Oh, wow. 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So that's what he's going to do. He's just going to kind of try and drive around and trying to penny in a little bit there. Okay, that's the end of their turn. It is McGowan and Ray.
Okay, so I have 26 meters. And each cube is, or each thing is 2 meters, right?
Correct. You're the closest approximation we could get to 5 feet without it being like stupid decimals and things like that.
Question: Where are the guns on the Mantis located?
The guns on the Mantis. So that there's so it has 2 kind of forward unders. That the autocannons are like right underneath the canopy. And it has a launcher underneath the front 2 like stabilizer wings.
Is that also front facing?
They're front facing, yes. Although it looks like the ones on the wing, like they looks like they're all on like swivels. Like they can move. They do have like a bit of a range of movement. It does probably not like a full 360. But it's one of the things about the Mantis that I would say you would be familiar with, given your previous line of work and your current line of work, that one of the things that makes these Mantises so potent is their maneuverability and their adaptability. They can hit targets pretty easily because they can just hover and glide and float and like just swerve out of the way of missiles, but keep those guns trained on the target while they're doing all this.
Well, I want to drive right underneath it.
Okay. So let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26 puts you right there.
So I'm not quite behind the launch.
No. I would say you are, though, within like you're definitely like too close for the autocannons where you are. Like they don't look like they can go straight down. They're kind of like forward facing and like at a slight angle.
So I think then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the hard maneuver action.
Okay.
That again.
All right.
It fell out of my hand.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, that was worse. So that did not pass.
No. Shit. Well, 20 is a high DC as well, so
most of my rolls have been single digits. So you've been rolling.
That's pretty bad.
So I'm sorry. So you're rolling an ability check, or you're rolling to hit?
An ability check. I don't have advantage. McGowan can't shoot. McGowan can't do any of that right now.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
However, Rhea can, and Rhea's been charging up the Mac gun, so Rhea's going to shoot.
And she gets advantage.
Yes, she does.
And do I add a proficiency bonus to this?
Oh yeah. It's a weapon.
Proficiency bonus 2.
Yeah, that would be. I guess there really isn't a vehicle weapon on here, is there?
No, there's no vehicle weapon proficiency, and I think part of that there's weapon proficiencies for starships and stuff. So which I would count for this. Well, let me double check. Let me see what kinds of vehicle proficiencies there are, because if there's a proficiency for this that she doesn't have, then she wouldn't get the bonus. So let me just check the. Let me consult the rules quickly. All right, so I need to find character backgrounds. Not backgrounds. Let's see. Rules. Where can I find skills?
Going in the made-up dice jail. I don't even believe in those, but today I do.
Efficiency bonus. Okay, so it's not that. Determine ability scores. Blah 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 blah. Nope, I don't want any of this. I want proficiencies. Where do I find the list? I just want a list of proficiencies. Character. Rules, vehicles. Is there going to be maybe systems? Well, let me check the infiltrator, because that'll tell me if she gets a vehicle proficiency at all. So let me just check that. Classes, infiltrator, class features, proficiencies. Nothing there. Let me check her background.
I mean, I rolled a 3 and a 5, so I don't hit.
Okay, well, I still want to.
Yeah, but if you're worried about it
rolled
taking
a 3
Nope,
and a 5?
nope. She does not have vehicle proficiencies.
One roll over 10 tonight.
Brandon,
Yeah, that's.
You are fired.
I'm just gonna quit D&D. I'm not playing D&D anymore.
This is it.
So yeah, it is a miss. She kind of, even though Ray is a sure shot, the proximity to the vehicle overhead kind of causes her to pull her punch a little bit, not wanting to get the Mako caught in the blast, and so it sails by, just missing, going between that back stabilizer and, or sorry, the these back stabilizer wing here, and then the kind of thruster up here, kind of just between the two, sails wide. Okay. Let's take a quick break because I really have to go to the bathroom.
Sweet. I do too.
So I'll be right back.
We don't have a break screen, so I guess we'll just kick it then.
Na. As I walk through the valley full of mantis shooting at me, I try to dodge behind the truck.
But I'm gonna die.
Watching Tork trying to charge at the Mako, and he barely makes it into the door.
And he's hanging out the side.
And
What?
I'm waiting for a Captain America scene where Tork reaches out and pulls it down.
What are we gonna do though, for real? My next move is ballistic blades. That's like not a great move.
Well, I mean, why don't you just try to jump up, grab onto it, and then just beat your way in?
I could. I don't know how high it is off the ground, but I could charge up to it and do the same thing.
You could say that you basically climb up the Mako and jump up and grab onto it.
I'm back here.
That would be so sick.
That would be really cool.
What's cool? What do we do?
Oh,
Nothing,
you'll
don't worry
see-
about it.
you'll
Don't worry about it.
Huh?
Your business, dude.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
No,
Fair enough.
The GM doesn't get to know. You just
Until
have to
it's
deal
too
with
it. Okay. Top of the round, Tork. Your turn, sir.
how high off the ground is the...
Well, the Mako is about 10 feet. So this thing is probably 30 off the ground, so 20 feet above the Mako.
Okay. He is going to remember what just happened and basically be like,
Well, that worked out well enough. Let's try this again. And he
climbs to the top of the Mako and uses...
Make an athletics check.
Fair enough.
The Mako is moving.
Ugh! Fuck! I rolled a 2 for an 8 total.
It is our night. It's our night.
All right. Well,
Kind of scared to roll it out.
so you go to climb out the Mako, Tork, and you kind of have to do an upside down thing to get out, and your big heavy Krogan hump just is a little too awkward at this angle, and it pulls you down, and you fall out of the Mako. You don't get run over. I'll say you kind of tumble. You take a tumble and roll out of the way, but you are now back prone in the snow.
Just face down in the snow again.
Yeah. I will say, that's not your action, though, so if you still want to try and do a charge or something, you can do that.
Don't I have to get up? How much of my movement speed did I use falling off the fucking Mako?
None falling, but it is half of your movement to stand.
Okay, I'm gonna get up. 20 feet off the ground. How many meters is that?
No, it's 30 feet off the ground. It's 20 feet above the top of the Mako.
Math. Math time. How many meters is 30 feet?
You have a little over 3 meters per 10 feet.
Oh, bro,
Yeah,
I'm good anyway. I can do it from the ground. 30 feet is only 9 meters. I have a range of 24 meters.
Do it.
That's an insane range.
It's really far.
It's also an alien versus a human.
Yeah. Tork is gonna get up and sort of pretend like nothing happened and then just be like, ah! And then...
Okay, so yeah, half your movement to stand, that's legit.
I don't take any damage for falling out of a moving vehicle.
No, it's not like, I mean, like, you only... The way I do falling damage, it's like, it depends on how far you fall. You're falling into snow, so you might get a little, like, winded, but you're not going to take, like, hit points, you know?
Okay.
If you were, like, thrown from a moving vehicle, then, yeah, if you went, like, 20, 30 feet or whatever, then you would take damage, but...
I'm gonna use charge and try and grab on.
Okay, so you're trying to hit the guy in the... You're trying to hit the gunship?
Yep, just trying to hit the gunship. I'm not. If I could choose, it would be just someplace that isn't a weapon that I could grab onto.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see. I'll let you pick if he fails. So what does he need to beat here?
DC save of 13, or a dexterity save.
Yeah, dexterity. Yeah, DC's difficulty class.
This one.
Okay, so all right. This is a saving throw.
Yeah,
Correct.
That is going to be a 22.
Okay. Well, that just means that they don't take any damage. It doesn't mean that I don't do it.
Nope. Okay, yeah. So yeah, sure. Go ahead then, and make another dexterity or athletics check to try and hang on.
Well, I'm obviously gonna do athletics then. Come on, you son of a bitch. Nice. 18 total.
Sweet. So yeah, I'll say 18 is what you needed because of the awkward positioning and stuff. So yeah, Tork, you're able to hang on. That does mean because your hammer is a two-handed weapon, you won't be able to attack with your hammer.
Yet.
But
Yet.
We'll see. Something that moves as fast as a mantis, I don't know if you're just going to be able to stand on it. You're probably going to have to hold on because this thing can book. It's not been moving its top speed. Again, attack helicopter, super fast. But yeah, so Tork, you're kind of up. Let me change up your layer here.
Oh, this is a horrible idea. Now that I'm up here, it feels really bad.
What else do we have?
I mean, you had 3 out of 5 members of your party in your Mako, and one of them just decided to jump out.
After jumping in.
Yeah, after getting in. But yeah,
Look,
that's D&D. We'll see what happens.
I'm just over here trying to do Krogan shit, you know?
That's fair. That's fair. I just love that Tork was the guy who said, "Hey, we should get the fuck out of here," and then he's the one who just like inserted himself into probably the most dangerous position he could possibly be in.
Tork has 2 options: off or on. There's nothing in between.
That's fair. So speaking of Tork being on and then off, it's anything else for you, Tork?
I'm gonna use a bonus action to use Stim Pack.
Is Stimpack a cantrip?
Yes.
Okay, you're good. You're good. And what does Stimpack do again?
I inject myself with a stimulant pack. For the next minute, whenever I make an attack roll or saving throw, I can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack.
Nice.
Or to the attack roll or saving throw.
A little bit of a bless you got going on there. Not bad. Oh, okay. It is again. It's time for the two guys down here who are still stuck in their vehicle.
Are they burning to death yet?
The vehicle's not like on fire bad enough because it's only been like 18 seconds since it flipped or something, so it really hasn't been long enough for the whole car yet to be on fire. And it wasn't like an explosion. There's a little bit of smoke coming from it. I put the fire there mostly for some visual flair. But that's going to be a 19. So the driver is able to extricate himself. Actually, this would be the driver since it flipped. And the other guy is still stuck with an 8. So he's still trapped inside, but the driver's out. The driver is going to use half of his movement to stand. And then he's going to use the rest of his movement to try and start moving around the vehicle to try and help his buddy out. It is then the gunship's turn, so we're back over here. The gunship is going to just throw itself in reverse and just start moving backwards. Let's see. 2. It's going to give some distance, and it's going to open fire again with those autocannons.
Okay.
Tork, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Or sorry, make a dexterity saving throw. Or no, this isn't a saving throw. It's not a saving throw. So make an athletics or acrobatics check to try and hang on. To hit, that's going to be a 19. For the Mako.
Oh, yeah, that's going to hit.
Okay. So that's going to do...
I'm 17.
17? I'll say that's enough. I'll say you needed a 16. So you're hanging on.
Oh, preach.
Okay. 2d6 times 10. That's going to be 40 points of damage to the Mako.
Check something because the Mako didn't take any damage last turn because you missed with the guns.
It's true.
I gotta check shield regeneration, which I just remembered, so I apologize on that.
Oh yeah, I wonder if it's different for vehicles.
Checking.
If it's not, we'll say you can take 10 points of shields back instead of the usual 5, because I feel like a vehicle is going to have a little bit more of a robust,
stronger battery.
Yeah, exactly.
Your turn, bonus action. Shields for vehicles are generally the same as main rolls, with the notable exception: vehicle shields can only be regenerated in combat when players attempt to restore action.
Oh, so you don't get shields back.
I just take 40 points of damage. That's pretty. By that, I mean that sucks a lot. Sucks quite a bit.
How's the Mako doing?
Double digits. We're basically 100 hit points down. So.
And this thing is doing. Keep in mind that this is doing double digits of damage guaranteed every turn that it hits.
But we're in it.
Yeah, I mean the Mantis.
I know.
Yep. Well, that was more for Steve because he sounded like he made a happy noise, and I just wanted to remind him that,
That was
double
not
digits for a vehicle is not the same as double digits for a person.
No, it was not a happy noise.
Well, it sounded like a happy noise. It sounded like a
Mm.
Okay.
This is pretty.
That's what it was,
So
just not in a happy way.
now it is Alpha and Omega's turn.
All right, so I've got concentration for the next 5 rounds on target painting. So Alpha is going to go through and is going to spool up Overload, and the target's going to be the Mantis, and then the two guys inside, so I can do up to 3 targets.
Okay, yep, because the shields are gone now.
Yep. All right, so Mantis. Yeah, 22.
That'll hit.
Awesome. And then we'll do the gunner, which that is 22 as well.
That'll hit.
And pilot, which is a 24. Or no, nat 20. Nat 20.
Yeah, so that'll hit. Yep. Yeah, all 3 of those hit. So let's do the damage to the
Wow.
the Mantis first.
Sure. All right, so that's 3d6. 5, 10, 16. Nice. 16 the Mantis.
Okay. Yeah, that's just enough. You need a 15 for the damage threshold on this guy. Okay. So you said 16 points of damage. That puts us at... Okay.
And then for the gunner, 6, 9, 11. 11 to the gunner.
11 to the gunner. Hang on, I need to check something real quick, cause... And this is an overload, you said, correct?
Correct. Lightning damage.
Sorry.
The vehicle doesn't have any listed vulnerability. I don't think any vehicles have any listed vulnerabilities or resistances or anything. And because it's this way for mechs, I'm also going to say it's the same for vehicles. Lightning damage does double damage to vehicles.
Awesome.
Nice.
Because it fries the internal systems and stuff. So you went
32
so
the Mantis.
32 points of damage. Okay, so that means we're at... Okay, I think I have it correct. I'll do my math here.
I would say maybe
Let me just...
the wings are a vulnerability, just to consider something, maybe?
Yeah, that's like...
That's
We're
like a
getting
cold
in...
shot.
Yeah, we're getting into called
I
shot
get you.
territory with that
Never
stuff.
mind.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I thought about trying to cryo breast.
yeah, it's
Cryo
vulnerable,
breast,
meaning it
wing
just doubles
breast.
damage that's dealt to it. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so it was 11 to the gunner.
Okay, so the gunner is still up, but he that is definitely some damage. You can see him like lose kind of control of the co-pilot loses throws his hands up off of the controls. Sorry,
No problem.
I forgot what number I was trying to subtract. Right.
11 to the gunner.
Yep. So he is still alive, but you definitely gave him a good zap there. And then the captain.
Yeah, the pilot. So it's a crit, so it's 18 plus 3, 21, 23, and 29. 29 to the pilot.
29 to the pilot. You see through the canopy, he has shields, and they take all of it, but his shields look like they're in really rough shape after being struck with that overload.
All right, and so then they're all primed lightning,
Correct.
and so then
So let me find
Tork,
that.
you have to suck it up just a little harder, and Omega's gonna go through, and it's gonna spit a fireball at the Mantis.
Okay.
This is what I signed up for.
Sorry, I'm getting lightning tokens out.
Well, you can drop the one for the Mantis, because this is gonna activate the Mantis one anyway.
Okay, well I'm just gonna put it at the back there just so I remember.
Yeah, Yeah, incinerate's just one target. So yeah, just Mantis. Nat 20 again.
Wow. Shit.
All of our
I am
bad
making up,
rolls.
I am totally making up for you guys. This is fantastic.
And he's just been over hiding behind the car the whole time.
Like, you guys are doing a great job of just making sure they shoot that way.
Yeah, we are cannon fodder.
We are
Hey, man.
doing-
All right.
That's kind of what happens when you've got all the hit points.
Tork is just here to make them sweat by climbing on board.
I'm gonna kill you.
And they're like, oh!
You just
So we'll
hang.
do the incinerate first. So it's a base of 20 since it was a crit.
Okay.
And 9, 6, 15, 35.
35 more points of damage. Wow.
Die!
And then the lightning prime.
You said how much damage is that real quick? 39?
35. 5.
35. Okay. Okay.
And then every creature within a 4-meter radius, including the prime targets, takes an extra 3d4 lightning.
Okay, so that's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be Torque, and it's gonna be the guys inside too.
I'll take
They're within.
Shit.
They're within 4 meters, so I'm gonna say
Yeah, I mean,
they get.
You can't get any closer there, Torque. All right. 1, 5, and 8. 8 points of damage.
8 more points of damage.
I'm gonna use
Okay.
barrier tick.
So that knocks down the pilot's shields. You see them shatter.
And the gunner's head just explodes like a grape.
Oh, the gunner is still also alive, but he's again given another real bad jolt. And the Mantis is still looking pretty tough. Those were big hits, and you definitely have left visible impact marks. And you can, especially where that incinerate hit, you can see like the hull kind of has melted away, so you can see some of the interior, like machinery and wiring and stuff. And you can still sort of see faint like sparks of electricity kind of clinging to the exterior of it, but it's still in very good fighting condition.
Didn't happen to like create a hole near Torque that he could just shove a grenade in or something like that, did it?
Nah, he's on the opposite side of where you'd be able to hit.
Great question, though.
Yeah, no, good question, but yeah, he's on the other side, so.
I'm pretty
And
sure
then
I
past
have
that-
grenades somewhere.
You can only have 2, so I mean, these are things that you should be keeping track of in your inventory.
I know.
Yeah, I think you got
Oh.
grenades.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that, right? They're just regular grenades.
And then past that, Alpha and Omega are going to split apart.
Okay.
So Alpha's going to go north 2 squares and back a square. There we go. So I should still have line of sight to maintain line of sight.
Yep.
And then Omega's basically going to kind of do the same thing, wrap around the other side, and he's going to go all the way around until it hits like the wheel well. Yeah, like right there.
Okay.
That way, in case the gun like can spray multiple areas, you can only get one of them.
Sure.
And that's it.
Okay. It is the remaining T-13's turn.
How about those guys?
It is going to take a shot at the Mako, the gunner. That's an 18.
Yeah, that hits.
T-13. 20 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
Machine gun rips through the back of the armor.
Just for fun, you know how many hit points the Mako has now?
9.
9.
I don't know if I'd qualify that as fun.
Mako's down to 9 hit points.
69.
69. Okay. I missed the 6. I was like, 9 already? Whoa! I was like, you don't sound nearly as worried as you should. Maybe
What?
maybe it's acceptance. So let's see, he's going to do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 to put him there, kind of in pursuit of the Mako. And then the passenger is going to use his action to eject his thermal clip and reload, and that's the end of their turn. Or actually, the driver hasn't done anything. The driver is going to use the maneuver ability, which will allow him, if I can pull up the right fucking thing here, it will increase the armor class of this vehicle by half if I pass a DC 15. What check was this again? DC 15 dexterity check. Nope, that's a 10. So does not succeed. That's the end of their turn. It is McGowan and Ray.
So I haven't used the because I'm always driving. What are the rules for switching guns on the turret?
Oh, it's a coaxial bonus. It's just you choose it at the start of your turn which one you want to shoot.
Wow, we
Sick.
didn't skip my turn, did we?
Ray is gonna shoot the.
Yeah, it's coaxial, so it just the barrel literally just just like switches between.
I thought it had to be like a bonus action or an action or what.
Yep.
So.
We didn't skip my turn, did we?
No, you're at the top of the initiative round. This is the end.
Ray's going to shoot the machine gun at the Mantis.
Okay, and I would say too now, since you tried this last time, just to refresh, the shields are down. So if you wanted to try and like damage the canopy glass, you could do that.
Oh, then yeah, I'm going to try to do that.
So let's see, let's see. There's there's a targeted attack weapon system. So she could use her action to use her targeted attack, name a system on a target vehicle, and make a ranged attack roll. It's not a system, but it's close enough. The target's armor class has a +5 bonus against this attack. On a hit, rolled damage in the system is disabled and cannot be used until it is repaired. So if she hits and does damage with this, it would break the canopy.
I don't like that +5.
Okay, I wanted just so you knew what you were.
Yeah. So I'm just going to make a regular old attack roll.
Check this out too. Any creature manning that system takes damage equal to 1/2 the damage roll. So
Rolling single digits all night. +5 does not.
I just want you to be aware. That's all.
But
You don't have to.
All right. Come on, D&D Beyond dice roller. 3.
Dude, just use some dice. You're having a hard time tonight.
I was using dice before. Switch to dice roll to see if that was
You're-
any better.
You're shouting so loud your microphone is peaking, and I can't hear and I can't understand you.
I get it though.
I switched to the dice roller to see if that would work out better.
Nope, the curse has followed you.
It is
Yeah.
some nights we just have those rolls. Last DMing session I rolled fucking terribly.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious that whenever I have a good night here, my next session of a regular D&D group ends up being really shitty. Or when I have a good day
Statistics.
And then she's going to use her bonus action to take a hit of Metagel.
Okay.
And that's how's that work again? What's the
2d4 plus 4, or no, 2d4 plus 2 for the basic.
so? Cool. She's back up to full health.
Alright. Anything for McGowan?
Yeah, McGowan is going to move. Yeah, McGowan is going to move. He's going to keep chasing the mantis. Try to get right back where he was,
Okay.
underneath it.
22, 24, 26, right there.
And he's going to take the hard maneuver action.
Okay.
So I have to meet a DC of 20,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't, but I'm going to use Adrenaline Rush.
Try again.
Try again.
Go for it.
That was a 4, by the way, just so everyone knows.
Yeah, say what the rolls are.
And that was a 9, which is going to fail.
You'd have to have a plus 11 for that one.
Yeah. Which I don't. I have a plus 6, but I don't have a plus 11.
You could try the regular maneuver.
Yeah, I could. But I already declared that I was trying the hard
Yeah, no,
maneuver.
just the next turn or whatever.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Tork, you're up.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes, ask your question, sir.
So we were talking before about the effects of shockwave on shielded vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
The Mantis is currently unshielded, correct?
Correctamundo.
What would be the possible consequences of using shockwave on someone that's, say, in a cockpit? And what would happen if they failed their dexterity saving throw and were knocked prone?
Well, I would say, for simplicity's sake, you can't target somebody in the cockpit. If there's a barrier between you and them, you can't target them.
I mean, but I'm sending the shockwave in a certain direction. Let's see what the wording is.
Sure, that's what I'm looking at.
It just says create a cascading shockwave in a 2-meter wide by 12-meter long line originating from you. Each creature caught in the line must make a dexterity saving throw. So I just say which direction it goes. I don't target a creature.
Sure. What I would say in this particular case is you can target the mantis, like the mantis is going to be what gets hit, because the mantis, like the shockwave. If you're like, this is tricky, and this is one of the reasons why I'm deferring it, is because this is a kind of an awkward sort of ask, and it just gets to be a little too convoluted trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. So if you use a shockwave, it's going to hit the mantis.
It says each creature caught in the line. Doesn't say anything about interrupting structures.
Right, but the creature, but like, there's a barrier that's going to take the hit first.
It just
like
says,
you can't use shockwave through a wall.
Yes, you can.
It just no, you can't, because you have to be able to, like, it doesn't go through a wall.
In the game, it does.
Again, not a video game. The mechanics work differently. Like, they just have to work differently sometimes. So you can use the shockwave to hit the vehicle. It's not going to hit anybody inside. I will ask around what other DMs have done in these kinds of situations, but to keep the game moving tonight, you can't target guys inside
I'm
a vehicle.
I'm not targeting the guy.
When the vehicle. I know, but like you can't target / hit. And again, just to keep the game moving, because we could be arguing about this all night. So I'll ask how other people have handled this for the next time. But to keep the game moving tonight, it's just going to hit the mantis, because it's a weird mechanical thing that we're trying to figure out here, and I don't know if there's a good way to do it. So I need to ask around.
Well, you're saying that I can't target. I can't target the pilot. I can only target the Mantis as of right now.
I will say if you do the shockwave, you'll only hit the Mantis.
But if I did like Lance,
Again, there's a barrier between you. In order to hit the guy in the canopy, you have to break the canopy.
right? Oh, I thought it was already broken. I thought someone had done
No,
it already.
the shield. Amanda tried to do it last time, but the shields were up, and her gun isn't going to be, and like her rifle isn't going to be able to do enough damage against what is essentially like bulletproof glass. So it has to be enough damage or like a special maneuver that results in a system being destroyed or badly damaged or something to get through it.
Shit.
What are you going to do, Torque?
Um, I'm just gonna use Lance anyway. I'm just gonna target the Mantis and cast Lance on it.
All right, go for it. Just an attack roll, right?
Yes.
Um,
And I get advantage, and also I use the stim pack. So
um. Okay, so you're getting, because this is a ranged attack, and you are like in melee range essentially. It's at disadvantage, but because of the targeting, it negates that with its advantage. So it's just a regular attack roll.
fair.
Although I don't know, because it's basically like a biotic spear. So I don't know if like, you know what? Go ahead and roll at advantage for this one, because I feel like this one you could just like put it in your hand and just like slam it down into the.
Just aim straight down. I mean, if he was trying to aim for like the cockpit or something like that, then it'd be aiming.
Yeah.
But,
No, I think for this you get the advantage because you could just smash it into the side of the thing. Like it's not like you have to throw it. It's not like a gun or something.
Even with advantage and my stim pack modifier, I rolled a 12. So
Ugh, yeah, not going to be enough. Yeah, you guys are, dude. Dan and Steve, you guys are having a rough night tonight.
I've rolled above 10 one time.
Me too.
And conversely, I've been rolling very well for the most part.
At least that's how it feels.
I'm
Okay.
waiting for my luck to run out.
Anything else for you, Torque?
Nothing that isn't arguing about Shockwave.
Fair enough. But like I said, I'll look into it, see how people have handled it. It just feels a little wonky. I don't really know what's wonky about it, but it just feels like it's.
If I can make one case, Shockwave is one of those things that's designed to clear people out from behind obstacles. It goes through obstacles in the game.
That is true. It just, again, because it's like vehicle stuff. I'll ask. I will do that though. I will see how other people have handled that in the past.
Fuck those other people. Are they here right now?
No, they're not right now. But
Can you ask them right now?
You've taken 10 minutes on your turn. Let's move on to the next person. It's T13 number 2. So it's the crashed guys. Homie's gonna come over here and he's gonna try and help out his buddy. So his buddy's actually gonna roll at advantage to get out this time. That's cocked. For advantage. Oh nope, that's still only gonna be like a 10. So he's still trapped. He can't get the passenger out. He's still wedged in there. It is the Mantis's turn. Let's see, what's Mantis gonna do? Mantis gonna put the brakes on from the reverse and drive forward. 2, 4, 6. It's going to go there. And as it goes, it is going to use it as it flies overhead. The voice from within. Oh, the primed is gone now, isn't it? Or it'll be gone on your next turn, Alpha. Correct?
Correct. It only lasts until the end of your next turn.
Okay. So they're still primed, but not for too much longer, probably. Okay, so he's going to do that, and as he flies by, he is going to dump out the Inferno PKRs. He's going to drop a charge. I need McGowan. I need you to make a vehicle handling check.
That is going to be a 17.
17. Okay, so normally this is a saving throw, but because of vehicles not necessarily having dexterity, I made it a vehicle handling check and dropped the DC because you get those modifiers, the big modifiers on the saving throws. I dropped it to 14 from an 18. So you manage, like, as he flies by, you're driving the Mako forward just fast enough where they hit the ground behind you. And explode, and the armor of the Mako absorbs the kind of blast effect of the fire. But now there is just a big old patch of ground that has been like kind of riddled and is smoking and covered in kind of just like little burning embers from these charges that it just dropped. And that's the end of... It's the end of their turn. I think. Let me check something actually real quick.
They're also past 30 feet, so they no longer have targeting on them.
Okay, so targeting is gone. Yeah, that's the end of their turn. Alpha, Omega, you're up.
Alright, well, we're going to go through and at this range there's not much else we can do, so Alpha's going to do Overload and Omega's going to do Incinerate.
Alright.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
22.
22 is just what you needed.
Alright, so for the Overload...
God damn with those high rolls. We really need those.
Well, I also get a +7 to hit with my spells, so that definitely helps too. Alright, so Overload, so it's for the 3, so I have to do 3 of them. Okay, so the Mantis is hit, so then we'll do Gunner. 25.
Yep.
And Pilot. 17, 24.
Yep.
Wow.
Mantis is 3, 4, 7, 11. So it's vulnerable, so that is 22.
Okay, yep. And because you beat the threshold. Okay. Yep, Mantis takes some damage.
Gunner is 4, 7, 10. 10 for the Gunner.
Okay, Gunner is looking pretty badly wounded at this point. You can see he's like smoking inside the canopy, Tork, from all the electricity damage he's taking, from the lightning damage.
That refreshes the lightning prime on him.
Yep. Okay.
And then the Pilot.
And it'll also refresh it on the
on the Mantis.
The Mantis
It'll
itself.
basically refresh it in all 3 of them.
Okay.
Pilot is 4, 6, 7. 7 for the pilot.
Okay. Pilot's a bit hardier. He's not looking too troubled by most of this stuff. He's kind of grimacing, but otherwise, he seems to be doing fine.
And then for Omega, incinerate is 22. And let's 2d10. Okay, 2d10 for that. 6, so that's 12 points of damage to the Mantis, which wouldn't get past the armor. But it does activate the prime for the Mantis.
Okay.
So that does 6, or I'm sorry, 2, 5, and 8. 8 points of damage across the board.
Sorry, how much?
8.
8 points of damage.
Everybody within 4 meters.
So 8 to Tork as well.
Ow. I'm gonna use a barrier take.
Okay, so the 8 doesn't do anything to. Oh, my camera. There we go. The 8 doesn't do anything to the Mantis. The crewman, the gunner, looks like he's passed out or gone unconscious in the seat. He's not responding. And the pilot is still looking. Oh my gosh, this camera! I'm just erasing stuff. Chill, dude. Let's see. That was Okay. Yeah, the pilot's looking fine. He's like again grimacing in pain. He's not super happy, but he's hanging in there. So is that the primed for all of them?
Well, it gets rid of the prime for the Mantis.
Okay.
It doesn't activate the prime in the other 2.
All right.
I have to hit them directly to do that.
Okay, sounds good.
And
all right.
Alpha Omega will curve around to the backside of that vehicle to try to get out of firing range.
Okay. No. Stop.
All right. That works.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Mako, or sorry, not Mako. T-13. Driving underneath. Gunner's gonna open fire.
He's dead.
Let's see.
Oh, never mind. No, it was the other guy.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm gonna see if he's gonna try and shoot at Alpha or the Mako. He's going to try and shoot at Alpha. Alpha, from behind that vehicle, I would say you've got a +3 to your armor class.
Sure.
That is going to be a 4. So the bullets ping off the wreckage harmlessly. The passenger. He's reloaded. He can't really do anything. He's going to hold his action to see if somebody comes into line of sight for his SMG. And then the driver, he did his movement. The driver is going to take the maneuver action. So DC 15 vehicle handling check on success. Armor class will be increased. So let's see, what's the base? What's the base speed of the non-modified Mako?
It says 8.
8. So I'm gonna say this thing is a little bit slow. This thing's a little bit slower. So we're gonna say 6. So its armor class goes up by 3. If it succeeds, which it did not. So I got an 11. So nothing there. T-13 is finished. It is McGowan and Ray.
McGowan is going to loop around the heading up towards Alpha and Omega around that.
Okay. 4, 6. 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. So you're like there.
Yeah. And then McGowan is going to take the restore systems action, trying to restore the shields. I have to pass a DC 15 engineer check, which is not my strong suit, but here we go. I missed it by 1.
Damn.
Yeah. I rolled over 10 though, so that's cool. My last key. And then Rhea is going to use the machine gun and shoot at that vehicle, not the Mantis, but the other one.
Okay, go for it.
That's a 19 plus whatever modifier she has.
Let's see.
I think it's a plus.
Yeah, so we decided that, so this is the one that I need to write down. So this is the one that's flipped. This is the one that isn't flipped, but it's taken a lot of damage. So how much damage did it take?
I haven't rolled yet.
Oh, okay.
So I just assumed it hit. But
What'd you get?
tell me. 19 plus.
Oh, yeah. That's for sure a hit.
So 1d6 times 10. I got a 1.
Or 10 points of damage. That sucks, dude.
You suck.
I don't know.
Yeah, the bullets, she opens fire, a lot of them miss. A bunch of them pepper the front. You can see it's punched some holes in the front, in the armor plating on the front of it. It did a little bit of damage. Okay. Anything for... That's it for those two?
Give Ryan the character sheet for Rhea.
It's too late for that now. Okay. Top of the initiative round. You guys have held on for a really long time against this gunship.
We're scrappy.
True. It's true. You guys are kind of the definition of scrappy. Speaking of scrappy, Tork, it's your turn for a scrap. So let's get real zoomed in here.
Tork, you got to pull this one out, man.
My strategy relied highly on getting close enough to use shockwave. I can't even lie. But what can I do here?
Just punch through the canopy.
That's what I'm thinking. I have yet to try to pull myself up and crawl over to the canopy glass. So maybe
I think you can exceed the damage threshold.
Well, are we gonna make a distinction between hull damage and canopy damage?
Well, it's the same.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it would just be the same. It would come out of the same damage pool, but since you're kind of choosing where you're trying to target, if you you can try this. It's going to be tricky because again, this is bulletproof glass. So it will require there's a reason why it would work much more easily with, or not more easily, but there's a reason why it would be more effective with a big gun like the cannon on the Mako, because you can just apply pressure to it, whereas this is going to be one or two, a couple of strong hits, but you in theory can break this glass. It might not happen on the first try, but you could try.
A hole big enough to fit your shotgun barrel into.
Right.
That's true. Poof!
How you doing? Boom.
That would be so sick.
Keep in mind, and that's keep in mind, Tork, that you're if hypothetically you crash this thing, you're on it.
I know that's just Krogan shit though. So
yeah, fair enough.
Hashtag
Okay, I say
Krogan shit.
you're this is more beyond Krogan stuff. This is like just strategic. This is you're not only on this, it's moving super fucking fast. So you're gonna take more damage falling off this thing than you would have falling off of like the truck. A lot more damage. Just so you know.
I'm frightened.
Yeah, well, you have climbed on the side of an Apache attack helicopter. You should be frightened. this thing can fly like over 100 miles an hour if it wants to.
Okay, so let me I want to pull myself up, and I'm not going to stand up, but I am going to start crawling.
Okay, that's fair. I'll let you do that. You're a strong boy. You can hang on for something like that. And what else? You've still got an action and stuff.
Well, how steady is it right now?
It's flying just straight forward, so it's flying pretty smoothly. It didn't take any hard banks or anything last
Can you
turn,
use this
so
action to just crawl further, like it's a dash?
yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where like I'm gonna say that like any like you're kind of in a centrally located enough position where like I would let you move. You know, like if you wanted to crawl to like the other end of the ship, like down by the tail wings, I would make a check for that. But if you're only trying to like move a few feet, it's fine. We don't have to waste any time on that.
Yeah, I want to move up to the canopy glass if I can.
I would say like from where you are, kind of on the back wing. So like the glass is actually it's one big canopy covering both seats.
Mm.
So where you're sitting, you're closer to the co-pilot who looks like he's unconscious or like near death from all of the jolting that he got from all those overloads. But yeah, there's some glass like right in front of you where you're at right now.
Oh, okay. So if I can stand up so that I can get my hammer out.
To use your hammer, this is going to be an acrobatics check because you're trying to maintain your balance with just your legs on a vehicle that's moving probably 60 miles an hour.
Tork is having less fun by the second.
It's like, this was a bad idea! Yeah, it's like, I would say I would let you use like your shotgun free of penalty just because I feel like you're a strong Krogan. So if you wanted to like try and take a shot like that, just because it's a little, the cool scenario, but like trying to wield a hammer, which requires your center of gravity to shift pretty dramatically on a flying helicopter, that's going to be a check.
Yeah.
Shotgun, I will allow shotgun free of checks.
Oh yeah, shotgun's a good idea. We'll use that. So yeah.
Yeah, and since you don't have any weapons equipped anyway, so you just free action to pull it out.
Yep, I'm not going to stand up or anything. I'm still going to use the one hand to hold on.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take the shotgun out and just press it up against the glass. That's like closest to me.
Yep, go for it.
And fire.
Make an attack roll. I'm going to lower the armor class for this because armor class is sort of technically a reflection of speed, and since you're moving at the same speed, you don't have to worry about that as much. So I'll lower the armor class a bit.
Bro, I rolled a fucking 4.
Oof.
So that's a 4 plus 4 plus 4 because I rolled a 4 for my
So 12.
stim pack. Yeah, 12.
12. 12 is too low. 12 is too low. You hit, but the glass resists the impact. You can see like little pock marks from it, so it's not like it's invincible. Like doing enough damage to this thing, hitting it enough times will break it.
Wait. I gotta check because it's the AT-12 Raider. I think it might have double tap.
I think it does.
Do it.
Which lets you use your bonus action to shoot. Although I don't think with double tap you get to add any modifiers to it.
No.
Just a d20.
Okay. Can I fudge that a little bit and say double tap here?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I think calling double tap is like, you don't have to call that. You don't have to declare that right away. That's something you can declare if you want to. After the fact, I don't really mind. The way I think about it is like you take one shot, like, oh shit, I'm gonna shoot again.
18.
18. That's what you needed. 18. Lowered it from 22 to 18.
Nice.
So go ahead and roll damage.
It's not very much damage, but
Again, even if it doesn't shatter it on the first shot, there is cumulative damage. So it could take a turn or two or something, but it still, damage will have an effect on it, even if it doesn't destroy it right away.
10 points.
10 points of damage. It does hold still, but you can see like it spider webs out from the impact, and you see the head of the semi-conscious like co-pilot. He's helmeted, so you can't see his facial expression or anything, but you see the head kind of roll to the side a little bit, kind of in acknowledgement of these shots, just pinging point blank, cracking the glass, spiderwebbing it out. A couple more shots, and you'll be through. You can tell by just by looking at it.
Tork.
Nice.
Tork likes to imagine that he's like all like woozy and stuff, and looking out at me like, Krogan's on the wing. That's not what you want to see. Did I use my bonus action, didn't I?
Yep, that's double tap is your bonus action.
Got it. Okay. I'm good then.
Okay, Tork, that's the end of your turn. It is the Mantis. I just want to make a note of the hit points on the canopy, because we're going to be wrapping up here in a few minutes, so we'll probably pick this up again with this fight next time. 15 out of...
This fight is wild, man. Low-key, this is the wildest fight we've had so far.
Yeah, I was expecting more of a Mad Max car chase, but you guys just turned around and just went straight at him. Okay.
Helicopter.
I mean, you can't outrun the helicopter, but you can probably outrun the other two cars.
But if you can't outrun the helicopter, it's gonna get us anyway.
Well, yeah, but there's less guys to worry about still.
Just the biggest and scariest one.
Yeah, well, you know.
Then, when two of our partners, I guess technically three of our party were, no longer in the vehicle, it kind of became
Down for the count.
I did say that running was my plan for a hot second, so...
I know, that's why I thought it was so weird that you jumped back out. Oh, all right. So T3, 2, it's these guys down here. Try again. Try to pull them out. Okay, yeah, that's a 17. They're out. That's their turn though. Guy on the ground is going to stand up, and they both get their weapons ready, but that's the end of their turn. Actually, hang on. I need to check something quickly. Where are you? Where are you? I wish I could, organize my bookmarks for the ME5E handbook a little bit more ergonomically. What's the range on that? Yeah, nope. I was gonna see if maybe the guys on the ground were gonna try and shoot at you, Tork, but they're too far away.
Can I ask a DM question right now?
Yeah, sure.
The canopy. Can you describe the canopy to me? The glass canopy.
So if you Google search an M61 Mantis. It's a vehicle in the game. So you'll be able to get
Okay.
a good look at the sort of a front shot of it. It's like a big kind of semi. It's narrow but has a big long curve to
Okay.
it.
I got you. I see one. So I'm good. I don't have any questions anymore.
Okay. Sounds fine. All right. It is, speaking of the Mantis, it is the Mantis's turn. Um, Mantis, Mantis, Mantis. He's gonna try. Tork, I need you to make an athletics saving, a strength saving throw. Because as he's flying here, continuing to. Oh, hang on, why is it, and everyone's unhappy. What's happening here? Hang on, let me move that out of the way. Just do that.
Oh no. Oh god.
What'd you get?
Sweet Jesus.
No.
Oh lord.
No.
Let me
Natural
no.
one, man.
Let me just put this over my. Let's put that right there over my screen. Just. Just nat one in it.
Oh no.
It's a 7
Alright.
total, but it's a nat one. She is natty. Oh wait, I get +4, so it's 11 total still. But she's a nat 1.
Take 14 points of damage as this thing does well, hang on. Let me actually, sorry. I'm thinking about this. What I was thinking is this thing was going to do a barrel roll. I don't think it can, though.
It definitely can't.
It can't do a barrel roll, but it's still going to try and throw you off. So intent still occurs here. So we're going to go, we'll go with it. So Tork, yeah, you are thrown. You take 14 points of damage. So you plummet into the snow below as this thing. Oh my goodness, come on, dude.
Only 14. That is gentle.
Yeah, I rolled pretty low on the damage dice. It's 1d6 for every 10 feet you fall, and I didn't roll very well. So let's see. He's gonna do. I mean, he's gonna throw you off, which is gonna necessitate that he moves a little bit, but then he's just gonna turn around and point his guns at the Mako and just cut into it again. He gave you guys one chance. You turned him down. That's going to be a miss, though. That is only going to be a 13. So rather than hitting the Mako, it hits the crashed vehicle beside you.
Can he even shoot?
What?
The gunner's unconscious?
He's not a gunner. He's a co-pilot. He's not the necessary. Both of them can do both. It's like
you said gunner, so I just thought.
Oh well, if I said gunner, it was a mistake. I think I heard somebody else say gunner, and maybe I said it then.
That was me.
Yeah. It's the pilot and co-pilot. They can both do. The co-pilot is backup, and can take other actions, while the pilot is driving and stuff.
This is looking bleak, boys. Bleak.
Okay, well he missed. So the bullets spray off the car, the burning wreckage of the truck, harmlessly. Tork, you are prone yet again.
Just face down in the snow again.
For the third time in the same battle.
Tork hits the
And
ground and is like,
Ooh!
that's gonna be it for the Mantis. Alpha Omega up next. We're gonna get to the round of this end of this combat. Goodness, excuse me, and call it a night because we're almost at 10 o'clock here.
All right. Well, I'm almost out of tech points, but we're gonna keep trying anyway. So we'll go through and do. Yeah, we'll just do another overload incinerate combo.
At the Mantis again.
Yes.
All right.
Uh, 17, 23.
That'll hit.
All right, so it's Mantis, pilot. 16, 22. Or 23. Yeah,
23
sorry,
points
This was
of
24, this was 23.
23 points of damage. Nice.
No. Sorry. That was
To hit?
the pilot.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So, yeah. So hit the pilot, then, or hit the Mantis, then hit the pilot. And then damage to the Mantis. 4, 9, 15.
15 points of damage. Nice. That's what you need to get past that threshold.
And then primed electrical. Or
Well, it's
primed
15
electrical.
doubled, right? Or is that 15?
Oh,
was
that's right,
that
yeah,
what?
so it'd be
yeah, so
30.
it's 30. Okay, yeah, that makes a big difference.
And then incinerate. Oh, gotta hit. Or no. Damage to the pilot for the overload. 4, 5, 10. So 10 points of damage to the pilot.
Okay. At this point, just so you guys are aware, I would say, quick glance at the Mantis. It's based on my own kind of personal damage scale that I have here, which, fun fact, is based on the same scale that I use to keep track of stuff in Neverwinter Nights, because I like that uninjured, badly injured thing. This is more for, like, fleshy bits. But I would say that this Mantis, just by giving it a quick look, is within the injured category. So it's taken a decent amount of damage, but it's still not really anywhere close to death.
We really need the Mako's gun to be making hits on it, and it's just.
Yeah.
I don't think it's hit a
That's pretty
single
much where
time.
that's pretty much where we've been screwing ourselves.
It hasn't
Okay.
hit a single time, has it?
So, not this game, no, not this session. Okay, so sorry, Alpha, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
Oh no, that's fine. That was the you got the 10 damage to the pilot, correct?
No.
I did not, but let me get it right now.
He's fucking dead, isn't he?
No, the pilot is not dead. No, the pilot is also in the injured category, but he's looks like he's tough as hell. He's got some pretty Tork. You got a decent look at him. He had some pretty nice armor on. So he's going to be a tougher nut to crack than the rest of these guys probably.
Well, already committed. So Alpha's going to go through and it's going to spin another, or Omega's going to go through and spin another fireball at the Mantis.
Do it.
15, 22.
That'll hit. Yep.
And damage. Oh. 9 to 11 points of damage, so it doesn't get through the shields. But it does activate the lightning prime.
Okay, yep.
4, 5, and 4, 9. So another 9 points
8.
of damage to the pilot, nothing to that.
Another, another 9. Okay. Yep, he's still just in that injured category. Like I said, he's a tougher nut to crack than the rest of these guys.
Yeah, I got 2 more spells before I'm spent.
Yeah. There's probably a reason why he's the pilot.
And yeah, I'm behind cover, so.
And did the crewman take damage as well?
Well, the crewman Well, the crewman would have taken 9 points of damage as well.
Oh,
I
then
thought the crewman was out.
he was unconscious, but now he's actually dead.
Oh, okay.
So actually, you know what I'll do? I'll put the little death token on him. Yeah, so now he's actually dead. Before he was just incapacitated. He had like 2 hit points left. And the way I kind of do it, rather than having like 0 hit points mean different things, if you get down below like 5 HP, I pretty much just say like, you're unconscious. Okay. McGowan, you there? Having some
I
troubles.
see your name highlighting, but we're not hearing anything.
Well, that's okay. We're getting close to being finished here.
I think so.
Well, there you are.
There we go.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, remember to be careful when you're dropping out of Discord because it moves everybody around on the stream. No, you're not moving. I can see you're having some problems.
Okay.
Yeah, you're really cutting in and out pretty bad.
Yeah, real bad.
Yeah, I can't. Nothing. Got nothing. Vehicle. McGowan.
Do we need him to finish? Let's just finish.
Well, we do because he's the last person in the initiative order.
Ow!
I didn't do that. I didn't do that intentionally.
Oh, okay. It just
There we go.
happened.
I got booted.
Oh, okay. Fun. You need to get a Wi-Fi adapter, like an antenna or something. Oh, right. So.
Should we start with McGowan next time?
Well, I've got. We're kind of in the middle of an initiative round, which I hate to do, but yeah, if McGowan's gonna be, if his internet can't wait 10 minutes,
If he's gonna be like this.
well, yeah. So yeah, it's probably fine. We'll call it there. So we're on round 8. I'm gonna mark off where we're starting at next time. Resume. Okay, well, seems as though the internet does not want us to finish this round of combat, so we will probably postpone it. McGowan's hopping back in here. Let's see if it works for him. It doesn't seem like it is, though. Give him another minute here, because if he can't get back in, I would love to finish this round of combat. Because I hate leaving combats in the middle of rounds, because then I just get more confused. Okay, well, I don't think he's going to be able to get in here. Discord is really not cooperating with him. Sorry if we're all disorganized and out of whack on the overlay. Everybody, Discord does stuff. It does OBS and whatever doesn't like it. So if you can't really see me, I apologize, but technical difficulties. Just at the very end of things have decided that we're probably going to be finished for the night. Now he's back in, but I don't think we're going to be able to get him because he's not. Oh, there he is. Oh.
Can you hear me?
Hey, yes. Let's finish.
Yeah.
Let's finish this round of combat. Quickly. Okay, so it's the guys in the T-13 that are going. They are. The gunner is going to. I think he's going to shoot at you, Tork. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yes. Gunner's going to try and shoot at you, Tork. But that's going to be a miss with an 11. Just too far for that SMG. It just is going to spray and miss. Machine Gunner. I'm going to roll for this guy too. Machine Gunner is going to try and ram the Mako. Or sorry, not the Machine Gunner. The pilot's going to try and ram the Mako. But before that, the Machine Gunner is going to fire at it.
Cool.
That's going to miss, though, with a 9. So the machine gun just whiffs wide. 2, 4, 6, 8 meters to impact. So, let me pull up our little rules here. Get this done quickly. So for a ramming, we're going to get a contested roll. Vehicle handling of the driver against the armor class of the target. So what's the armor class of the Mako? Is it 16? Oh, yeah, we're losing McGowan
16.
again. His internet is not cooperating. Okay, that's not gonna do it. That is gonna be a 9. So
16.
16. Yep. So that's a 9. Yep.
Yes.
So what we're gonna say happens here is he goes to try and ram you, and McGowan, you're able to throw the Mako just into reverse super quickly and just back up just enough to get out of his way, where he's actually going to barrel past you. And crash into this car. So go ahead and Alpha and Omega make dexterity saving throws to try and jump out of the way as he slams into the vehicle that's in front of you guys. And he is going to take some damage from that. He moved like 10 meters, so he's going to take 1d10 for every 4 meters moved. So he moved 10, so that's 2d10. 9, 7, 16 points of damage to the hull on this vehicle here. So that puts us down to okay. And what did we get, Alpha and Omega?
All right, so Alpha, of course, you give me the save that I'm probably worse at.
Yeah, it's just,
Alpha is a 19. Okay, that's not bad.
that's going to be enough.
Omega is a 9.
That is not going to be enough. Does Omega have his own hit points? Because I don't think Omega's ever been hit before. Okay, so Omega is going to take transfer of motion, transfer of energy. He's also going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as the vehicle in front of him hits him and sends him backwards. And this vehicle moves forward, spins as it moves, but comes to a stop. And this guy is gonna he's there. Oh, Omega.
Yeah.
How much damage did he take? For what? Yeah, 7. So is he's fine still? We haven't ever run into this before.
Omega's been hit before. Like apparently he was hit last session.
Oh, okay.
He's down to 12 hit points now.
Oh, would have been in the roll. Okay. So yeah, so he's still hanging in there. And then Ray and McGowan, and we'll call it a night.
McGowan is going to. He's once again going to attempt the restore systems action.
Yep. Yeah.
So DC 15 engineering. I just hit it.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, I
So
just
you get
got
it.
15.
So
So
shields are
it,
back. Do you get shield points back too from that?
yeah, it restores it up to 100 points of shields. So we're back to full
Oh
shield.
shit! Your shields are that is clutch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh
So
wow, that is
You, say,
great.
you saved your only good roll for the end of the night.
At the very end of the
I know.
I'm
game.
so glad you came
I
back.
know.
Oh
Dude,
boy,
me too. Me too.
that's necessary because that's what you reckon take. You get 80 shield points back or something now. So that's like 2 more hits you can take from those autocannons at least.
And
So
now
that's
he's
nice.
gone.
So that's nice. Yeah, we're losing him again. Well, Ray,
Yeah.
if yeah,
And so
so
with that in mind,
yes,
oh, can you can you hear me now?
you're good. You're good.
Am
Yep,
I-
you're back. You're back.
Okay. So McGowan is going to peel around this. He's not going to try to ram. He's just going to move forward. To
Okay.
regular 26. And
2,
Ray's
4,
gonna
6,
shoot the machine
8,
gun.
10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, like that.
Yep. And then
Okay.
Rhea's going to shoot the machine gun at the canopy of the Mantis.
Nice. So she's doing a targeted shot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's got a +5 to the AC.
It's not going to hit. I rolled a 7.
7, yeah, not enough. I would say because it's I think +5 is a bit much, so maybe we'll knock that down
Okay.
a few points for next time. Let's do +3,
So then,
+3 to the armor class instead of 5.
so 7 plus 2, so it would be an 11.
Yeah, I mean, still not anywhere near enough, but
Yeah. Okay.
but just for what 5 seems like an awful lot. It makes it almost not worth it. You know, it's like why would I even bother taking this shot? So,
That's-
and I don't like that. I like it to be like if this does work, it could be cool, but it could go either way. I kind of prefer that rather than being like, it's a super long shot, but if you do, because it just feels like then you're just going to keep wasting your shots all the time. Okay, but well, I mean, even though Ray missed there, the Mantis being it's so maneuverable. It's ducking and dodging and diving out of the way of all these shots. Just able to turn on a dime. It can just glide off to the side. It's very hard to hit. But the Mako has its shields back, which puts it back in the fight, and it gives you guys the edge that you need to either maybe see this fight through or get the hell out of Dodge. Whatever you're going to do in 2 weeks when we come back. And Ray should be with us next time as well. And hopefully we will have the Twitch won't be uncooperative and we'll be able to get things off to a good start. But once we got going tonight, we had a good session. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll be back next time for part 3 of this, whatever this is. Whatever this, what Mass Effect Mad Max.
Mad Max Effect.
But yeah, 2 weeks. We'll probably have the whole gang here unless somebody's got some crazy thing happening. And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Good night. Good night.